after hits. We got a special guest in the studio today. He comes from royalty. He goes by a lot of aliases, but tonight we just gonna call him the Genius. Hey, yo, Ru, why do we call this young man the Genius?
I mean, honestly speaking, the tune them kinda, they speak for themselves. And I know a lot of the rhythms what me just play, they're history. Those are things that I grew up on. I know Mike B knows some of them rhythm right there, so you know me I say. And he goes by the name of the Genius because it's pure talent when it comes to the producer. You know me I say he's a super producer. And believe me, when I say it runs in the family, it runs in the family. Introducing Steven, the Genius McGregor. We have some, my brother.
Pat.
Boy, you didn't have to play a seat. Yo, this is not the first time you come out 99 jams though.
I feel so. Yeah, first time.
You feel so?
Yeah.
Boy. So, what make you doing that city, brother? What go on? You work on some things or like what's going on?
We're checking, we're active again. We're doing some things. We have some new music. We have some new rhythms, some new thing I get ready. So, we're there, I get them together.
Well, first of all, I had to be reintroduced because I didn't know a lot of these legendary hits came from you, sir. I didn't know you was cooking like that.
Yeah, we stay in the studio, so, enough things come from that. So, once we're lucky now, we're in the lab, things are going to happen.
So, just to give you like a history, you hear the last name, right? McGregor.
Yeah.
So his father's a legendary big ship Freddie McGregor.
I told you, he come from royalty. I just said it.
Of course. So your father, him good or everything about him. Yeah. And of course, you got this brother Chino, one next bad artist we're out there, don't it?
Let me ask you a question. A lot of these artists, a lot of sports figures, a lot of children of legendary parents, right? Coming up, how was it trying to maneuver and create a lane for yourself without trying to ride Pop's wave, you know what I mean? But kind of stand on your own 10 and let the world know, hey, I do this too.
I mean, for me, it's not something that I did ever really think about, like, actively trying to do that. I was just doing my, what was natural to me, which was the production and stuff. So I think I naturally fell into my own lane from doing that. So, yeah, it was never like a conscious thing, like, thinking about that specifically.
Did you feel like you had to go harder or maybe had to prove yourself more? Because, I think of people like Bronny James who has to step into his Pop shadow. Did you feel like you got a fair shot? Oh, let me rephrase this. Do you feel like you had to go harder because of the royalty you came after?
I feel like yes and no, because like I said before, it wasn't like in the same lane. I wasn't trying to be
an artist like that.
Captain,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's that, and then me just doing production, I think naturally set me in a different lane. But definitely, there's everybody expect like the nepotism and all that. So I definitely have to think about that, like to go hard to prove I have a space here for myself.
Right.
So it's like 50-50.
You doing it though. You doing it, brother. Yeah.
He definitely is. And I remember early on, your name came up as a part of a controversy when it was within the dancehall because you and Dan Carleone kind of changed the game a little bit back then.
Change the sound.
And change the sound and
change the tempo.
And start speed up the dancehall now, which nowadays you can see everything is a vibe and everything have to just pitch. So what kind of make you just leave the 90s lane there where it kind of slow tempo, more bassy sound into the more R&B sounding kind of up-to-date dancehall of the 2000s?
I mean, to be honest, my sound just come from the stuff I was listening to.
Okay.
When you grow, like my born in the 90s, so I grew up and listened to the Neptunes and Timbaland and Dr. Dre and like with all of the legendary producers from Jamaica. So that was just me kind of merging all the worlds of the stuff that I like. So me not consciously thinking like, oh, this is what I'm going to try to do, but that's just naturally the sound that came from me trying to merge everything.
Of course, and it went well because between me say him and the producer them out there when the fast tempo thing now, that's when the dancing started, and that's when the Elephant Man them start come out with some real hardcore dances that kind of shaped Jamaica in the 2000s.
Yeah, and it's an energy, like you said, culturally, because I remember when we do rhythm like Red Bull and Guinness, kind of vibes, going to like Passa Passa for the first time and see the energy, it was like a life-changing thing for me.
Right.
I kind of see where this will go now. So, you know, it was a different vibe, and I think, we didn't get no pushback for the sound, but it worked. You know, I think just like my generation really connected with it too.
Of course.
And it just became a movement.
Because it's different. And I'm like me say, look at it nowadays now, is everything kind of pitch now, so it's like we like the energy and the vibe because that's where dancehall is. So in a way, and I don't want to say in a way, but you're a pioneer for the new sound, even of nowadays. If you really think about it. So I don't know if anybody ever bring that to you or talk to you or say it like that. But you're a pioneer for the dancehall of the 2000s and up.
No, for sure. And I think like there's a space for all of it too. You know what I mean? I feel like we have a lot of music discussions where it's like this sound versus that, or the 90s versus. I think there's a space for everything. You know, we have enough of an audience to cater for everybody, and just like this, like a radio show like this, on the way here when they play reggae, then they start play different things. So like there's space for everything. You know,
of course.
I don't think we have to be one-sided on
the box in. Of course not. And that's the good thing about being us as Jamaican people. We just love to venture, because anyway go into the world, they're gonna find a Jamaican. No matter which part it is. So it's kind of the same with music, you know what I say?
And that influenced our creativity as Jamaicans too, because we grew up with Jamaican radio being all in one.
Right.
We don't have like a format system like in the US. Where like there's country radio, this and that. Jamaica, every radio station is everything. So we get exposed to the whole thing at once. So we grew up and listen to Celine Dion, and then it got to Carter, then it got to Bob Marley, you know what I mean? So all over the place. So.
Right. So with all of the artists you work with, because enough artists, like what do you have in store for the people coming up next as far as like some big name artists? I talk about like some crossover artists and things, because we know your work, you know. We know your work, brother.
Yeah, no, enough things. A lot more dancehall for sure. Enough more dancehall. Really excited about that. But yeah, there's always things on the other side, you know, like.
Is there an artist that you haven't connected with or worked with yet that you want to work with in 2026?
I don't have a one specific person in mind, but I feel like there's so much like crazy new talent right now.
Yeah.
Just everybody have an energy, so I'm just down for work with good energy and just good talent. You know what I mean? But not like a one specific person.
There's not one artist that you're like, man, I got to get in the studio with this young gunner because he is going to be the next, and you can visualize what you can do with that artist.
No, I mean I feel like I can't give anybody talented. I can't give them a real smash. So I feel like once we're lucky, we're lucky.
Word on the street is Buju Banton.
Yeah.
Is working on a dance hall.
He definitely is.
He said he's going back to dance hall.
He got some stuff.
Are you in the studio with the Gargamel?
For sure.
Okay. See, yo, Rule, you gotta ask these questions, bro. People want to know.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is my thing with him, man.
This is a super producer, but not only is he a super producer, he's also an artist as well.
What? Wait a minute. You know, there's a live radio show. We gotta pay bills, so we got a little bit of minute. Okay, wait a minute. You know, I don't know if you know this, or we don't want to wait. Okay, Diego told me to wait, but it's a live radio show. We're gonna pay these bills. We're gonna come back. We're gonna keep chopping it up with the genius.
Yeah.
Find out what's on the way. Y'all think he's this with these beats and this production, but we're gonna see what you're gonna do in front of this mic. Okay? We get back into the music. You ready, Diego? Let's get back, man. We live in the mix.
99 Jams.
Yo, so they gave you the play, right?